Chill Season 2023 had a huge controversy that have to carry forever on the players' memories. It literally went from one of the best seasons to objectively the worst. You know, splutter, color, screen. Didn't took long for the first cases of headaches to start appearing, among other severe symptoms, all because of this special. It was what we needed to start actually complaining about the lack of options and accessibility this video game has. ProChara and Jim from Squid School already made some good videos about this situation. It's not worth talking directly about it, so if you want to know more information about this, their videos are in the description. The imminent hate Nintendo received made people wonder how does not only Splatoon but their entire catalog has limited accessibility options. Like, bro, you make lesbian characters but you can add options for colorblind people? Nice inclusion, come the fuck on. All this drama of course is totally justified, and even Splatoon Japan and NA's Twitter post-update tweets got bombarded with requests from players asking for a patch which, by the way, arrived without screen changes, so I guess they know people with motion disabilities exist but not light sensitive and colorblind people. JK, while I was recording this, they just released a second patch that fixed the visual issues but not the annoying sound. You know what other shooter game is available on your Nintendo Switch console and is undeniably better on this aspect? Fortnite Battle Royale. So I'm using Fortnite setting as the scale to measure how monkey shit Splatoon 3 ones are. This is of course still a Splatoon video, so if you hate Fortnite don't worry, no gameplay will be shown. Or will be? Hey yeah, I'm Zolwox and welcome to my presentation on why Splatoon 3's general settings and options are camel poop. First of all, I'll split this accessibility topic into three different sections: visual, motion, and audio. The visual options refer to all those things you see and might need help to see them better, you know? With screen, what was actually asked was to totally redesign the special to make it more accessible to people instead of adding options so these players could adapt its effects to their eyes. In any case, what can we learn from Fortnite? First of all, brightness. Guys, you have no idea how important brightness settings are, and after discovering Fortnite has a way to increase brightness, I'm the happiest person alive. Brightness is basically increasing the amount of radiation of an image and video. Probably most people dislike this, but oh my god, shrimping myself so I can see in dark areas also means exclaiming. In fact, I play in tabletop, which means I need to shrink myself to actually see what's happening on screen, and that might be the reason why I hate Ninja Squid. Increasing the brightness in Splatoon is something that would make more tolerable dark in colors and stages. I struggle with this and I cannot be the only one, please don't leave me behind. But even if a more bright image would make more obscure elements more normal elements would be radioactive, and I don't want to play Red vs. Cyan matching Chernobyl, whatever. I propose being able to adjust the brightness of each ink color from each combination individually, if hypothetically they never allow custom coloring with a color wheel. Another option is contrast. The importance of it is that it permits to differentiate easier two similar nuances and values. When you put them together, both brightness and contrast do an amazing work by making dark tones brighter and at the same time making it easier to identify elements from the same color like bombs or the trail you left while swimming. We would say the counter to Ninja Squid is actually in the settings menu. Oh yeah, colorblind filters for deuteranopia, protanopia, and tritanopia. Much more accurate and helpful than the color locks colors, I think. Splatoon for the Wii U was the parent of motion controls. Most of its shooter competence only had stick controls which worked just well enough. If you ever played any of these games and used social media such as YouTube or Twitter, you probably heard people saying PC players were overall better than console ones. Who blames them for feeling like that? The sticks limits you a lot. You don't have the control on the speed the camera will turn, especially the maximum one, because you'll push that shit all the way to one side and the camera will do a baby 360, not even that way being able to hit trickshots because manco, which is the Spanish way to say skilly. So I gotta say something in favor of stick players, and it's that once you learn how to use them and you're able to perfectly position your aim over an enemy, you won't have to deal with the shaky hand problem, especially with 180s. Before Splatoon, the motion from the shooter universe was the mouse because of the huge zone you had to work with and having the control over the turning speed. That's what currently motion suffer. All this monologue about motion, sticks and mouse is to make clear how revolutionary they were for the console players. We might expect that coming from the one series that established them, they might have evolved over the time with many ways to customize it and a huge spectrum of different sensibilities and all that stuff. You'll be disappointed. 10-ish years into the series and the only thing you can change are turning motions on, very important, Motion sense between 21 fucking different options and reverse the X's. That's it, it's over. Fortnite Battle Royale has so many options that it was overwhelming at first. Some of these we can add to Splatoon are its over 100 different sensitivities. This thing that I didn't understood, stabilization, that in Fortnite Battle Royale, it's a fiddle that reduces the sensitivity while aiming with a weapon to have more stable aim. In Splatoon there's no aim, just shooting, and even then having a more precise aim while shooting would be something really helpful. Acceleration, which is another filter that increases the sensitivity when you make a quick movement with the controller while aiming, shooting in Splatoon. The quick stick movement configures the stick so when you move it into any direction it immediately turns into that direction. Yeah guys, 180s, this is what turning your throttle and pressing Y should be. Then you have a full section dedicated to adjust individually the multipliers for side weapons and aiming, shooting, which are the two we can bring into Splatoon, and the list goes on and on. Seriously, I'm so overwhelmed right now, I don't even know what some shit means, it's just there and people move values that helps them while I can only change the sensitivity between 20 levels, what the I guess you get the point, it's just what I would expect from the game that popularized them in the first place. This one's easy, sound settings. Being able to in-game change the... it's insane. Being able to in-game change the general music, sound effects and dialogues volumes and giving us more freedom on each category is something I'm sure everyone would use. Personally, I think being able to increase or decrease the sound effects for special activation and bombs of teammates and enemies individually, along with the brightness and contrast changes, could make them easier to notice and avoid, especially bombs. Let's not forget about the fact that muting the music is something people that hate Splatoon 1 and content creators might appreciate. To add their music if their gameplay videos are also focused on their narration. I mean YouTubers like Youth, for example. Not only in this aspect can be beneficial, but also for montages where most of the time, even if the overall sound of the recording is decreased so sound effects can still be heard, the music from the match will still sound. By letting players eliminate these will make their quality to increase a lot. Another thing will be helping detecting shortcuts easier. I know there are some players out there that are absolute machines with their inhuman ears, but for us simple mortals, these can help a lot. Again, Ninja's quick color on your settings menu. There are still two topics that could fit here, one being grading and the other one being customization. Part of making a game accessible is taking into account the time your players have to play and based in this establish the rewards and requirements to obtain them. The catalog, ability system, badges and especially the Salmon rewards have been mentioned in this conversation because they are not accessible to many people. It is totally subjective and honestly this thing is already long. I'll cover this in another video. Or not. For now, that's all I have to say. See ya!